Hello everybody, this is your boy bringing you some more great news and a familiar face. But before I begin, don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe to this video. Please smash those likes. As always, hit the notification bell on top of this video after the video is complete. Alright, let's jump right into it. Well, like I said, I mentioned a familiar face, and the Eagles have bought one back. And let me read this out right quick. The Philadelphia Eagles reportedly acquired a familiar face in the trade on Sunday. According to ESPN Adam Schefter, the Eagles added tackle Fred Johnson. Fred Johnson, this is the guy who helped the Eagles win the Super Bowl this past season. But Fred Johnson left via free agency to sign a free agent contract with Jacksonville. But apparently, I guess a lot of stuff didn't work out in Jacksonville, so I guess the Eagles decided to bring him back to Philadelphia, so that's what they did. They traded the Jacksonville Jaguars would receive a 2026 7th-round draft pick in return. But check this out also. Philly is also sending offensive tackle Damian Kennard to the Green Bay Packers in exchange for a 2027 6th-round pick. So the Eagles will receive a 7th-round pick 2 years from this year, or 2 years from this season, in exchange for Damian Kennard, who the Eagles have acquired from a trade from the Houston Texans, who they sent the 5th-round pick to for Damian Kennard. And Fred Johnson is back. Wow. So now the Eagles have figured out the weakness at the left guard position, so I'm assuming they're going to bring Fred Johnson back as the left guard, because that's what the Eagles are hurting. They hurt a left guard at the position, because remember Landon Dickerson is out via injury, and the Eagles probably, with them bringing in Fred Johnson, that means that they will not be in no rush to bring back Landon Dickerson back into the fold, so that they're going to let Landon Dickerson rest a bit. And everything works out fine, the Eagles will not rush Landon Dickerson back. They probably let him rest a few games back, or probably let him rest the rest of the season until that, not rest of the season, but probably during the first half of the season before the bye week, and they could bring Landon Dickerson back then. But for the time being, Fred Johnson could play some left guard, and that would be perfect since they sent an experienced left guard to the Packers in exchange for a 2027 6th-round pick. But the Eagles have sent a 7th-round pick from my currency. Yeah, a 7th-round pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars in exchange for Fred Johnson. So everything worked out pretty good right here, according to what I'm seeing here. This is actually great. A lot of Eagle fans want to be thrilled to have Fred Johnson back, because this is a guy who many years ago, who was drafted to play at a position that he failed in, but wasn't getting the right proper technique. But when he came to the Philadelphia Eagles last offseason, who signed a 1-year contract, Fred Johnson did extraordinarily well in that 1 year with the Eagles. And I think he did play some guard. I think he played some guard, I believe. So this is actually great. I mean, the need for the right guard position has been filled. This is actually great. So the Eagles will not miss a beat now with the addition of Fred Johnson playing right guard. So that means he probably gonna split some time with the other guys from Alabama. So this is actually great. You know what I'm saying? So Fred Johnson plays some guard and you play some tackle. So this is actually splendid. This is actually great. I'm glad he's back. Now they get a guy who knows this offense to play at that position. So this would be wonderful. This would be wonderful, family. So to have him back into the fold, I'm feeling blessed right now to read this news. I am wonderful. Hope you guys out there enjoying this good news to have this guy back. Wow. So here, see, let me finish reading the rest of it. It said Johnson played for the Philadelphia Eagles from from 2023 to 24. I'm sorry, he played 2 years with the Eagles. So I said 1 year, I meant 2 years. Appearing in all 34 regular season games, regular season contests for the team during that span. He became a free agent at the end of last season, which just passed, signing a 1-year deal with Jacksonville in March. Johnson has a base salary of $1.17 million for his 2025 campaign. As for Kennard, the 2022 fifth-round pick appeared in 2 games for Philadelphia last season. It appears as though the likelihood of him earning a spot on a 10-53-man roster was low, which could have resulted in a trade, and that's what they did. Green Bay's interest in adding offensive line help was apparent, as offensive line coach Luke Buckus previously expressed concern regarding the group's depth. It's not where we want to be, Buckus says, August 17th, of the Athletic. Meanwhile, Philadelphia seemingly felt more comfortable with Johnson in the depth role. He was utilized as a swing tackle during his tenure with the Eagles, starting in 6 games, 2024 as injured apparent Lane Johnson, which is right. Fred opened his NFL career with the Bengals in 2019, appearing in 23 games with the team across 3 seasons before spending 1 year with Tampa Bay. In 2022, he went on to sign a 1-year contract with Philadelphia, which was 2 years prior. The 28-year-old struggled with pass protection when given extended playing time last year, receiving an overall grade of 47.5 from Pro Football Focus. He also allowed 8 sacks and 233 pass blocking snaps. Still, it didn't cost much for the Eagles to add Johnson, and he should continue to operate as a backup while they look to defend their Super Bowl title. There you go. I read all that to you guys. Hope you guys understand where I'm going to come from. Please comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about the re-addition of Fred Johnson being back in the fold. The Philadelphia Eagles. I think I had Super Bowl championship with the Eagles, and now with him being back in the fold, this will be great. The Eagles could bring him back. The previous year, they could bring him back after this year, but we'll see what happens there. I don't want to go too head over the gun there, but to have Fred Johnson back to the fold is great. Like I said, Leonard Dickerson is hurting right now, and the Eagles are not in the rush, in the farthest of a rush to bring him back to play the position. So adding Fred Johnson would mean that someone with more experience can play the right guard, the left guard position, or they can put Fred Johnson in his place. We see how that goes. But anyway, like I said, I don't want to go too far ahead of this, but to have this guy back in the fold, it's great news. And I'm quite sure a lot of Eagles fans and a lot of Eagles content creators are as happy as I am to bring you all this news. Now we'll see what happens between now and 2 weeks from now before the NFL season jumps off. The Eagles play 2 Thursdays from now. After this week Thursday come to an end, the Eagles play the first Thursday, I think, in September, or the second Thursday. So I'm not exactly sure which Thursday it is, but it's one of those Thursdays. I think it's the second Thursday of September. I could be wrong, but if I am, comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the re-addition of Fred Johnson, and what Thursday the Eagles play. Is it the first Thursday in September, or the second Thursday of September? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm the Almighty One bringing y'all this news. Fred Johnson is back into the fold. Holler at your boy. Peace.